Spring is finally here, the flowers are blooming, the birds are singing. It's the perfect time for some fresh inspiration.
Woo! Summer's here! Time for beach days, ice cream, and of course, crafting.
Dan, it's spring, not summer.
Huh? But the sun's shining. Almost. And I'm ready. What am I going to do with these funky summer paper straws?
I'm sure we'll find a use for them in one of today's awesome springtime crafts.
Okay, spring it is then. But I'm keeping my sunglasses on. Hello and welcome back to Craft It Up. I'm Dan.
And I'm Osha. Spring is in the air and it's inspiring us to get crafty.
Absolutely, Osha. You don't want to miss it. But first, let's take a sneak peek at what's coming up.
We've sent Jacob and Luca to get doodling with Dave Draws.
Fashion expert Essence shows us how to jazz up your shoelaces.
Fleur will be in the studio introducing us into zine making.
And I'll be competing in the epic Craft Off Challenge. I can't wait for that. Let's update the Craft Off leaderboard so far.
Last time, I competed against Jonah in crafting something we could wear on our heads.
You guys have been voting on our website, and we can reveal the winner was... Jonah! Unlucky, Osha.
Oh, I thought my crown design was amazing. Well, let's update the leaderboard.
Oh no, we're totally falling behind. Let's hope I can do better today. I've been practicing
Looks like we've been sent a video message.
Let's give it a play.
Hi Osha and Dan, my name is Ella and I'm a huge fan of your show. I love how you find the most unexpected things to make art with. Could you make some art with washing up liquid? I'd love to hang it in my room.
Thanks for the message, Ella. I know a great technique for using washing up liquid in art, and we can also use Dan's funky summer straws.
I knew they'd come in handy. What else are we gonna need?
Okay, so we will also need a tray, a jug of water, some paint in your favourite colour, some plain paper or card, and a felt tip pen.
Now, because we're working with lots of water, is this why you've put down some old towels?
Exactly. This is a great way to protect the space you're working in, as this project could get messy.
You could also do this outside to be extra careful.
So, are you ready?
I'm ready, I'm excited.
Right, so we're gonna need the jug, and then we're gonna mix 1 part paint, just like so. Okay, and then we're gonna want 1 part washing up liquid. Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome. So about the same amount of paint and washing up liquid.
Exactly. There we are. And then, if you grab a lollipop stick, we're gonna mix this all together. Perfect.
Good mix.
Okay, now let's add a little splash of water. That's it, just a little splash. And then mix it together again. And then we're gonna pour this solution into our tray.
Be careful when you're pouring, because this could get a little bit messy.
Definitely. Okay, that'll be good. And now grab a straw. If you've got some funky summer straws,
Thank you.
then use those.
I love my funky summer straws.
And remember, try not to drink the solution. You want to be blowing bubbles into the tray. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, that looks great. Now, we're going to grab our piece of paper and we're going to just lightly press it on top of the tray to print the bubble design. Just like this. And do you want to give it a go? Oh, look at that.
Love to give it a go.
Perfect. Yes, you might need to blow a few more bubbles in once you've printed some. That's great. There we go, and then you have got the pattern. And then you're gonna wanna leave this to dry for a little while. You can grab a felt tip pen. So I'm gonna take green because I want to draw some leaves.
I like that idea.
Here's some I prepared earlier. And we're gonna draw some leaf designs on here, and then they will hopefully look like beautiful flowers.
I think I'm gonna go for orange.
Nice, right. I'm drawing a stem and I'm drawing a little leaves. Oh, I like that, Dan. That's cool.
Oh, I love your. That's really good. A stem.
Thank you. Right, I think these could also be great cards, don't you think, Dan?
Yeah, this design looks great. You could also use this design to make a great card for Mother's Day.
Oh, perfect idea. It's funny you say that because I actually thought the same thing, and I've got a couple of extra examples to show you. So we've got these, look at that, cool monster design and some flowers.
Very nice.
And then I made this design for my nan. I've actually used her favourite colours here, and I cannot wait to give it to her this weekend.
She is going to love it.
What an amazing suggestion from Ella. And you can be part of the fun too. If you want to send us a video message, all the details are right on our website, www.bbc.co.uk/craftthisup.
And don't forget, you can check out all the steps to make this bubble art and try it again at home.
We've also got lots more creative ideas waiting for you on the website. But don't go anywhere yet, as there's still so much fun to come. Isn't that right, Dan?
It definitely is. We'll be making zines with Fleur.
Then we're heading over to Essence for our weekly fashion advice.
And of course, the craft off is still on the way.
But up next, we're going to show you how art doesn't always need lots of equipment. Sometimes all you need is...
We sent Jacob and Luca to meet Dave Draws to learn a little bit about doodle art.
Hi, my name's Jacob.
And I'm Luca.
And today we're going to meet Dave Draws. Dave Draws is a professional doodler from Manchester.
He doodles maps of cities in the UK and around the world.
He's doodled in a big arena in Manchester.
And in high fashion offices in Paris.
Today he's going to teach us how to doodle in his style.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Hi guys, nice to meet you. This one, guys. Let's do some doodling.
Yeah!
Okay.
Right guys, so what we're going to do today is we're going to create a mini little version of one of these maps of Manchester. There's about 5 steps to doing the map. So the first one we're going to do together is we're going to write the name of the place we're drawing across the middle. I like to do it in this kind of quite big cartoony writing. If you want to grab pencil now, you can kind of go with whichever colour you want, or you could go pencil. And yeah, if you start sort of on this side of your paper and try and do it in quite big letters.
So what do you do when you're doing something wrong?
Yeah, because most of the stuff I do, I paint straight onto a wall, there's not lots of margin for error. But these pens dry quite fast, but sometimes if you realise you've made a mistake, you can kind of catch it and change it into something else. Or the little doodle patterns that are in the background of my pieces, you can change it into one of them. You'll see on all of my prints, there's these little patterns that go all the way around the edge of the maps. And so these are what I call doodles. So doodling's a style of drawing when you're not really focusing on drawing one particular thing, you're just drawing what you enjoy to draw. So I'll just start drawing these shapes without thinking. And I think everyone's got their own little style that they like to draw with.
How do you get permission to draw on school walls and walls over places?
I usually get asked to do it by whoever's in charge of the company or school. Either people see my work online, see my work in another school or office, and then they decide that they want my work. I think people say to me when I'm drawing on a wall, people will be like, "You're not allowed to do that. There's someone graffiti in the wall." But I am allowed to draw on these walls. The next step is probably the most important, and it's drawing the buildings. So obviously you can see on this one, on this Manchester one, there's loads of different landmarks on here. I like my maps to have as many landmarks on as possible so they look really good. The next step is adding roads to the map. Once you've got your roads on, the very last step is to do more of these little doodle patterns. So once you've done all your landmarks and you've got all your roads on, you've got your rivers on, any space that's left, you fill with more of the little patterns. It's basically more of the same things that you do on the border, so I just do more of these little shapes. And then, I know we said the last thing, but the very, very last thing is every artist needs to sign their work, so I always put Dave Draws in a corner. So, in this kind of big writing, so you can put your name draws, your name doodles, your name paints, whatever you like, but make sure that's on there so everyone can see that the amazing work is yours.
Ocea and Dan, we challenge you to make your own doodle maps. Good luck!
Wow, what amazing doodle art! We accept your challenge, and we will reveal our finished map next week. If you try a doodle art, send us in your finished doodles to our website. But the fun doesn't stop there, as we have a wonderful guest joining us today. Hi Fleur, welcome to Craft It Up.
Hi everyone, thank you for having me.
So, what craft do you have in store for us today?
I'm going to be showcasing some zine makings. Do you know what a zine is?
Is it like a magazine?
It is, it's like a little magazine, but it can be like handmade and could be any sort of shape, small or big, and about anything.
Lovely, it sounds really cool.
Yeah, I've brought some little examples today.
Oh wow, these are really cute. Oh, I love this one with the hearts on. Which one's your favourite?
Oh, I really like this concertina zine, which is about all my favourite.
That's really cool.
Spring. Oh,
yes, springy.
music.
Love that. And so, can you just draw whatever you like on them?
Yeah, it can be about anything. It can be about like your favourite things, just doodling, maybe collaging, anything really. Yeah.
Lovely. And what sort of like materials do you need when you're usually making them?
Well, it could be anything, just pens and pencils. It can be like some paper, scissors, glitter.
Glitter, love a bit of glitter, definitely. Would love to add some of that. So I'm looking at this one here. I really love this one. It matches my jumper. I think it looks really cool. And this is spring sky, so got loads of cool pictures inside. Yeah, that is really nice.
And actually, I'm going to be demonstrating how to make the base of a zine, this 8-page zine for you today.
Oh, that is perfect.
Yeah.
So, could you show us how to make that?
Yes, well, what we need is a piece of paper or card. And what we do to start off is we fold it in half from the long end to the other long end. And we fold it in half this way.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might want to have a bit of a harder thing to press down on the edge than just your fingers. And then next, we fold it in half the other way, the shorter edges towards each other.
Perfect.
And then we open it, and we'll fold it in half towards this middle fold that we've just made.
Okay, so how can you make sure it's like really neat?
Yeah.
How do you keep yours
so
neat?
You might want to use like the edge of a scissor
Okay.
to sort of make a very clean fold when you're doing it.
Make sure to be careful with the scissors, but I might give that a go.
Yes.
Just to keep it neat.
Afterwards, we want to fold it back up, and we should have this many sections, and we have about 8 pages, but to make it into a book, we gotta fold it in half this way.
I can really see it coming together now.
Yeah. We get our scissors, and you want to cut from the middle.
Is it this way or is it this way? This way?
Yeah, it's this way.
Okay.
And towards this little section where the
right
folds
to the
meet.
middle.
Yeah. You want to open them up again.
Yeah.
Fold them this way so the long edges meet, and then we're squishing it together and folding them over.
Oh, could you repeat that last step for me, please?
So we've
So I've got it like
squished
this.
it together, and then you just fold the pages onto each other.
Like this?
Yeah.
And then fold it. Which way does this one go? This way?
Yeah, it just goes over. And it can be a little bit messy the first time, but if you do it a couple of times,
Oh, I'm really
you'll have
happy
a little
with that.
book.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it.
And then you can draw in it, paint in it, even right in it. Maybe write
Yeah,
a
I think I
poem or
might
something.
use like all the colours. I'd love to do like a rainbow themed one. I think that'd be really nice, especially for spring. Perfect.
Yeah. So
Thank you for teaching us that today. That is really, really cool, and I can't wait to make some for my friends maybe. I'm thinking I might make one for a friend.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
give it to
it's
them.
great for giving them to people because you can just open them back out, put it on a photocopier, print it, and then you'll have as many as you want
Perfect.
to give to your friends.
Well, this has been so much fun, and I love how we get to try out so many interesting crafts each week. If you want to see Fleur's step-by-step zine making guide, then don't forget to check out our website.
Yeah, it's got everything you need to become a zine making master.
Now, Fleur, have you ever decorated your shoelaces?
Can't say that I have.
Well, then you're in for a treat as Essence is back, and this week she's DIYing trainers.
Ooh.
What a lovely day for a run in the park, but do you know what would be even better? A little bit of DIY. Let's go. During my jog through my park this morning, I looked down at my trainers and I thought they looked quite boring. So today, seeing as I'm a fashion and craft expert, I thought I'd spruce up my shoes. So I'm going to be showing you how to create this cool design today on your shoes. So to start off with, you need a fresh, clean shoe. Interesting fact, this is an eyelet and this is an adlet. So you need your first lace and you're going to lace it through your eyelet just on two sides, making sure there's a little gap when you're doing it, just so that it's easier for you to thread through, making sure it's even on both sides. And then once you've done that, you get your different coloured lace and make sure you lace it through. But when you're doing this one, you lace it through the eyelet on the other side, and you make sure the adlet comes through like it's a little bunny through there. And then once you've done that, you get both of your bottom laces. So you get the first bottom red lace and you lace it through your eyelet, make sure there's a little gap again, and then you get the bottom blue one and you loop it through the red, and then you make sure it goes through the eyelet on the red on the other side, making sure there's a little bit of a gap and it makes a little bit of a design, and just continue that through until you get to the top. If you want to be really cool and quirky with your shoes, I'd just add two little bows in at the bottom to make it look like this shoe, and there you have it. This spring I thought I'd add a little bit of a pop to my shoes, so for this design I decided to get some beads. I bought these from my local shop. I chose these ones because I really like rainbow coloured beads. For this design I wanted to try and make something that looks a little bit like this. For this one you'll just need a shoelace. Make sure that your shoelace adds up at the bottom, it's just even in length. And then just get two beads. Make sure the little bead goes over the adlet just a little bit so that it fits perfectly into the shoe. And then for this one I'm just going to get the two laces and just slot them through the eyelet of the shoe, just threading them so that it just fits perfectly into the shoe. And there you go. And then once you've done that, just grab two more beads, whichever ones you like. For this one I think I'm going to do pink, and just thread them through again, making sure it just goes down a little bit. I'm going to get pink and blue just to kind of switch it up a little bit, and then just thread them through, crisscrossing this time. So I'm going to get the pink one and just thread it over so that it comes onto the pink side of this one, just making sure you can slightly see the bead. You can even customise it with your favourite sports team or your favourite colour, but make sure when you're doing it you're just threading it the right way. So if your threads come over the top, just make sure it loops up and then under into the under eyelet, just so that it has a nice little perfect design on it. So this one, it's come over the top, so I'm just going to thread it underneath on the other side so that it just matches up perfectly, and just so your design just looks a bit more clearer. And then once you've done that, you can start to see it coming together. And then I'm just going to do that all the way up until it reaches the top. Ta-da! It doesn't have to be this design, you can do different ones, like a blue one if you're feeling really cool, or if you feel like just adding a little bit of colour, not too much so that it stands out, you can always do something like this. Now this is more like it. I think I'm going to go for a run in the park in these new shoes. Wow, I feel like I've got some brand new shoes now. I hope this inspires you to be creative with your shoes. See you next time. Got me running away.
Those shoes look so cool now they've been customised. I was even inspired to make my own. These are perfect for playing some basketball outside this spring. Quick, Fleur, catch!
I totally love your DIY laces, Dan. Almost as much as I love all the springtime artwork you've been sending in to the Craft It Up gallery. Let's see what's on the wall this week. Wow, Kira, age 9 from Glasgow, has created a super cute flower pot design. I love how she's even added some glitter in there. What a fantastic way to bring art to life. And check this out, Joel, age 11 from Belfast, has been experimenting with stencil art. Joel says that this peacock design was inspired by a recent trip to the zoo. So much precision and creativity. And last, but definitely not least, we have Brianna, age 9 from Nottingham, who has made a great butterfly artwork. I love all the different textures that are going on. What an amazing piece, Brianna. And if your artwork didn't make it onto the wall this week, don't worry, keep sending it in to our website, and you never know, your masterpiece might be featured next time.
It's the Craft Off alarm. Let's grab our handy recycling bin and see what we're upcycling today. Fleur, as you're the special guest, you can pick.
Oh, that's a tough one. All right, Fleur and Dan, I'm your ref for today, so I'll give you a reminder of the rules. There's 2 minutes on the clock to transform the humble toilet roll into a mini masterpiece. We've got a whole stash of supplies to help you, including tissue paper, pens, glitter and more, so get creative. This week's theme is springtime, so let that inspire your designs. What says spring to you?
I'm thinking nature, pastel colours,
Yeah.
flowers. What about you, Fleur?
Oh yeah, I'm thinking spring cleaning and new life, maybe. Little birds. and all
Yeah,
that.
nice. So what sort of colours do you think you might go for?
Oh, maybe yellow. Yellow's a pretty spring
Yellow's a good
colour.
one. What about you, Dan?
Well, I think this pink's catching my eye.
That is a nice pink.
It is a nice
That'd
pink.
be perfect. Okay, well, let's see what you come up with. And let's start the timer and begin.
Okay, I might attack here and get a few of these to start.
I'm gonna
Pops of colour.
fold mine into a
Oh,
little
what are you doing
bird
there,
shape.
Fleur?
Making a bird.
Oh, so we're just folding them together and stick them together. Perfect, lovely. What about you, Dan? What have you got there?
I'm thinking of making a butterfly, so this toilet roll is going to be the body, I hope. But we'll see how it goes with this time pressure.
Yeah, not much time. How long does it usually take you to make a zine, Fleur?
Oh, normally an hour, so this is quite hard
Oh my goodness,
for me.
so yeah, big difference there. Not got much time today. Yep, some more tissue paper. Don't forget, we've got all the essentials here. We've got some crafty bits here and behind you as well. We've got pom-poms, stickers, buttons, everything you could possibly need.
Okay. Made the body.
Looking good.
We're going to get some antenna.
Okay, we are halfway through.
Already?
Yep, already halfway. Let's have a look.
Does that
Oh,
look like a
looking
butterfly?
good. Yeah, definitely. These are the antennas.
Yes,
Yep.
that's the plan.
Perfect. And then what are we using these bits for?
These are going to be the wings.
Great idea.
Some spring love.
It's looking really good. Oh, got some googly eyes as well.
Yeah,
And a beak.
Oh, googly eyes, that's a good idea.
it's a bit messy though.
You're both doing really well, but we are getting close to running out of time. Oh, 30 seconds.
Seconds.
You could use some gems.
Have we got any pens?
What about some little pom-poms or something, Fleur?
I'll put a little gem on.
Gonna steal a pen.
Quick, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's time up, I'm afraid. Oh, how do you think that went?
Oh, not too good, I think. Ooh, very messy.
That was stressful, but I'm quite happy.
Yeah, no, they look great. I mean, it was quite stressful with the time, wasn't it? It really was not long. It went so fast, but I think you've done amazing in the time. Let's have a look at the finished creations.
Cool. I've got my wonky little chicken.
It's really
So
cute.
yes,
It's got the
got
little
some
beak.
eyes. We've got a jewel on the
Little
top.
jewel on the top. I
Yeah.
love it. It was great. Okay, Dan, walk us through your final piece.
Well, I tried to make a butterfly with some nice pops of colour. It's It's got a nice smile as well. I would have liked to have added some legs to really bring it to life, but I ran out of time, unfortunately.
It's so cute. I love the spring colours. Absolutely love it. But I don't have to choose the winner. Instead, it's up to you guys at home for your vote, and you can vote for your favourite creation on our website. So we'll update you with the leaderboard next episode. Well, unfortunately, that's all we have time for today.
Oh no, we can't be done already.
I'm afraid so.
Thanks for joining us, Fleur. Have you enjoyed yourself today?
Yeah, it's been the best day.
Join us again next time where we'll be crafting up everything party time related.
From collage art birthday cards
to even making your very own piñata. There's lots of fun in store next time here at Craft It Up. But for now, it's goodbye.
Goodbye.